Om Babaji Devaya Namaha. Om Raghavananda Devaya Namaha. Namaste to all. In this talk, we are going to examine what Kriya Yoga is all about. Kriya Yoga is the most ancient system of yoga. It has been followed by countless number of spiritual aspirants for self-realization over millenniums. Of the many practices of yoga meant for achieving supreme consciousness, Kriya Yoga is considered to be the most powerful and suitable system for modern man. There are many schools of yoga who call their yogic discipline Kriya Yoga. But the system taught by Lahiri Mahashaya and his authorized channel of disciples is accepted mainly as Kriya Yoga worldwide. It is in the Bhagavad Gita that we find the first reference to Kriya Yoga by Lord Krishna. Krishna's life as a Kriya Guru alone is enough to make Kriya Yoga history a remarkable one. Krishna, in an earlier incarnation, had initiated Vivaswan into Kriya Yoga. Vivaswan in turn initiated his son Manu. Manu is known as India's great lawmaker. Manu later initiates and sages until the coming of the materialistic age. Then, due to priestly secrecy and man's indifference, the sacred knowledge gradually became inaccessible. Once again, Krishna, in the form of Mahavatar Babaji, revived it. Then, a spiritual renaissance was set in motion for this age. The immortal yogi Mahavatar Babaji initiated Lahiri Mahashaya into the secrets of Kriya Yoga in 1861. After that, Babaji said to Lahiri Mahashaya, "The Kriya Yoga that I am giving to the world through you in this 19th century is a revival of the same science that Krishna gave millenniums ago to Arjuna and was later known to Patanjali and many other masters." What is the meaning of Kriya Yoga? The word Kriya means action. Here, the action denotes rotation of consciousness along fixed pathways within our body. The Sanskrit root of Kriya is Kri, which means to do, act, and react. Thus, Kriya Yoga is union with the Absolute through a particular act or technique. Another meaning of Kriya is practical. In that sense, it means a practice-oriented system rather than a merely philosophical one. These practices lead first to pratyahara, withdrawal of senses, and then to dharana. It is this dharana or concentration eventually leads to the transcendental state of dhyana, the state of meditation, and yoga, the realization of the self. Kriya Yoga is a system which has been designed to lead to that state of being which is beyond all techniques. In Kriya Yoga, the lessons have been divided into 4 to 6 levels according to different traditions. These levels are also known as Kriyas, like first Kriya, second Kriya, and so on. Finally, the word Kriya is also used to describe certain individual practice in the overall framework of Kriya Yoga, like Kriya proper or Kriya Pranayama. In the book Autobiography of a Yogi, when Yogananda talks about the practice of Kriyas, the practice of Kriya proper is implied generally. Kriya Yoga has always been handed down by a guru to disciple throughout the ages. We can even say that it is a guru-oriented tradition. In this tradition, the guru plays a pivotal role in the progress of students from initiation to the ultimate state of samadhi. Because of this reason, Kriya Yoga is the only widely known yogic path that is not directly mentioned in traditional scriptures. But we can see indirect references to it in many sacred texts. Many texts use the word Kriya or even Kriya Yoga, but they don't give a clear idea about the system or the techniques. According to Patanjali, the foremost exponent of yoga, Kriya Yoga is a yogic system which involves acts of self-purification, self-observation, and evolving self-awareness. In his famous Yoga Sutras, he says, Tapas, Swadhyaya, and Ishvara Pranidhana constitute Kriya Yoga. Tapas is a process of removing impurities at different levels of existence, resulting in the revelation of one's own imperfections. It is this revelation or knowledge what burns the entire stock of karma. Thus, tapas is a sadhana which cleans an extremely cloudy mind full of avidya. The word Swadhyaya means one's own analysis, which is a detailed study of one's own self, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects. Ishvara Pranidhana usually means surrender to God, but here it means keeping oneself completely in innermost awareness, merging individual self into cosmic self. But this description suits any genuine system of spiritual practice, not just Kriya Yoga propagated by Lahiri Mahashaya. Kriya Yoga is also mentioned in the Uddhava Gita of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Here it denotes ritualistic worship of one's deity with flowers, food, etc., together with specific mantras, consecration of the deity, and so forth. This method of attempting to achieve concentration and other higher states through intense devotion also has no connection with Lahiri Baba's Kriya Yoga. There are other texts as well that speak of Kriya Yoga, but never in much detail. Texts such as Hada Yoga Pradipika, Gheranda Samhita, and Shiva Samhita give detailed description of Mahamudra and Yoni Mudra. No doubt, these are parts of Kriya Yoga, but they are not integrated together as a system of practice as they are in Kriya Yoga. The Kularnava Tantra, a good practical text, explains the technique of Ajaba in some detail. This is also a part of Kriya Yoga, but here also there is no specific mention of Kriya Yoga. The same applies to a number of other texts. They hint but never reveal the details and integrate the techniques of Kriya Yoga. Om Babaji Devaya Namaha. Om Raghavananda Devaya Namaha.